Hey guys, here we are, Boston, Massachusetts. You know, the birthplace here of the war, the independence, where America becomes independent, and it all kind of starts right down here in Boston. And I started thinking about history and started thinking about what we've been talking about Jesus Christ. Look, you can see behind me the Atlantic Ocean, the boats. Here, we'll swing back over just real quick here. Sorry, I'll get started, but I just want to show you the skyline. You know, I got family here, and we're down here. And so I started thinking about Jesus Christ and, you know, as he comes out of the wilderness, and we talked about, we know what went on there, and we know, I'm swaying a bit. The ocean's got me moving all over the place. I'm going to get seasick. So anyway, so we know what happened. We know that the devil comes at him. And we know that Jesus Christ combats that with truth, with the Spirit of God, with the Holy Spirit. And he does not fall victim to the temptation that Satan tries to throw at him. And aren't you thankful he didn't? You imagine what our world would look like if he gave in and succumbed to the temptations of the devil, you know, and he's like, you know, where would we be at if he doesn't fulfill his destiny? And so I got to thinking about, as Jesus comes back and he starts walking along the shorelines, consider this, he's walking along the shorelines and he starts calling to these people like Simon and his brother Andrew. And he's like, come, he's like, follow me. And I don't know how many boats he went by and how many people he gave that opportunity to, or if it was just by divine appointment, he just picked, you know, and he knew, and he always knew, and they were predestined to be his disciples. But it doesn't matter, because we know he's walking along the shore, and just like behind me, there was a multitude of boats. There had to be other fishermen there, and those people may have passed up the opportunity to be the disciples of Christ, and they might have passed up the opportunity to go and follow him, to lay down the hardships of life and to find the peace of Jesus Christ. Maybe they continued to fish and didn't catch fish, and their lives got tougher and tougher as they continued to try to cast their nets on the same side of the boat. You know, I think when Jesus tells, you know, at some point Jesus tells, you know, these guys are fishing and they're not having any luck, and Jesus is like, go back out and cast your net over there. And he's like, look, we're not catching fish, but what's he say? We're going to do it. And he's obedient, and they're obedient. And so Simon and Andrew, they go back out, and then they end up, you know, catching fish. And Jesus Christ tells them, you know, I'm going to make you guys fishermen of men. And as I was thinking about that, like the opportunity that we have to cast our net on the other side, to stop banging our heads against that wall, maybe that we've been banging our heads off, doing the same old thing, and never really getting anywhere, never feeling like we're dealing with the anxiety that we've got, or the depression. We keep going back to the same vomit, trying to deal with that anxiety. Maybe we're taking medications or whatever it may be. Instead of maybe trying this first, try casting our nets over on the other side. Casting our nets where Jesus is telling us to cast our nets. You know, instead of trying to bang our head against the wall and trying to expect different results, we look and there's a doorway. Go through the doorway. Above that doorway is a sign that reads, come all you are weary and heavy laden, I will give you rest. In that door is rest. Maybe it's a 4-post king-size bed and we get to really get a good night's sleep. Or maybe it is the rest of Jesus Christ that we desperately need, the peace of God that surpasses all understanding. So as I sit here on the shore and I'm looking at these boats, and I want to ask myself, you know, Dana, are you really willing to lay it all down and cast your net on the other side where Jesus tells you to, and follow him? And if I don't, am I missing the divine appointment of my life? Am I missing the peace, the opportunity to do great things for Jesus as all these disciples do? I mean, we don't know what opportunities lie, but when we know that Jesus Christ has got us called to do something, boy, I'm going to tell you what, I think we better do it. Because when we start fighting him like Jonah fights God and doesn't do what God's, where does he end up? He ends up with the storms, tossing his boat to and fro, and it gets tougher and tougher to deal with those storms as we kind of go against what Jesus has called us to do. So I'm here today and I'm thankful because I got a heart full of peace as I'm doing what God's called me to do. And right now, you know what that is? To be a man of God, to take care of my wife and my children, to take care of my business, my responsibilities, the things that he's entrusted me to be a good steward of those things. That's it right now. And glorify him in all that I do. So I hope to give you guys some hope today in what Jesus Christ can bring into your life. That he can bring the peace that surpasses all understanding. That he can bring rest, the kind of rest like you get in a beautiful hotel bed. You know, he's offering you that kind of rest. And then he's just saying, hey, listen, Drop what you've been trying to do that isn't working and follow me. So let's follow Jesus Christ today. Y'all have a blessed day. If you like what I had to say, if you like this beautiful skyline, the ocean behind me, and the eastern side of Boston, go ahead and hit like, comment, and subscribe. Y'all have a good day. Have a blessed day.